You tell me what you want for dinner, because I'll go pick it up for you. Didn't cook before we got married. I don't know who he thinks he married. It should be an honor to cook for your husband. Da, da, da. It's not an honor.
I'm not being paid to cook for my husband. If he had money and he paid bills and he did not require me to work, that was my type.
Learn how to cook. Learn how to organize.
These are the men that no one wants. They are smug and disrespectful. These are the United States bottom feeders.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this one.
I've been married for 3 weeks, 3 weeks today. And for the past 3 weeks, I haven't made dinner once, but without a fail. Well, the first week was our honeymoon, so for the past 2 weeks, every day around 5 o'clock, my husband says, "What's for dinner? What's for dinner?" I don't know, you tell me. You tell me what you want for dinner, because I'll go pick it up for you. I haven't cooked. I didn't cook before we got married. I'm so proud. I don't know who he thinks he married. I didn't sign up for this. We're having Chili's tonight. It's really bizarre to me. I know, don't come at me in the comments, oh my god, you need to cook your temple wife. I know. I don't like doing dishes. I don't like standing. I don't like thinking of, and you have to go to the store and you have to find everything you need to, get a grip. Not for me. Also, my lipstick is all gone. Just the lip liner remains.
We do not care.
I don't hate it.
Now, you guys have to understand. I know you guys are looking like, why does he keep looking like that in the camera? Because this is what it's come to. Now, I gotta say this. It's not all, but it's a large majority of the women just don't want to cook. What is wrong? What is happening?
I've been going to Jimmy John's every day for like the past 7 months.
This is the problem. She's ordering too much food, and that's why she's not getting any nutrition in her body, and she's getting bigger.
Every single day. And I only order on my app because I don't want to go in person. So, no tomatoes, add pickles, like it's awkward, I don't know.
And it's wild. You have to think, it's an American thing, right? I blame her for not cooking. But, you know, the way it is, everything is at your fingertips right now, to where guys and girls could just order on an app. They deliver it right away. Sometimes with these new apps nowadays and people being lazy, you could get half your fries. But let me not get into that. But still, this is what's up in the West.
At the beginning of our relationship with Jimmy John, I would go in and I would say, "Hey, I have a mobile order for Lauren." And I'd say, "Oh, let me look through all of our mobile orders. Lauren, here you go." Like a normal interaction. Well, recently, I would open the door. I'm opening the door and they're already extending their arm to me with my bag. Like, that's so embarrassing. I don't even have to say, oh, I don't know. The other day, this man was checking this other person out in front of me. Look how freaking good it looks. He was checking her out, and mid taking her order, "Lauren, here you go." Like, she wasn't even, it's so embarrassing, but like, it's so freaky fast. Like, I can't go anywhere else. So I guess we're all friends now.
But guys, you already know. She didn't hear the end of it. In the comments, they were going crazy. And this is some of the comments that I've seen. He should have dropped her ash yesterday. If you didn't do it before, don't start now. But look at this one here. It says, "Doing wife things today to make up for it." So when I seen that, I said, oh, she's starting to cook. I'm guessing she don't want to lose her man. So I seen that. I said, I got to find that video. So here it is.
I'm so sorry about the video I made yesterday about not cooking. A lot of people were upset by it. Old people were like, well, specifically the old men, they said,
it's not just the old men. She said specifically. Older women or women in general feel that way too. Right? Especially the women that are married. There's women that are married that are cooking for the husband, cleaning for the husband. The ones that are in happy marriages. Because that was off.
It's your job as a wife to cook. The old women were also triggered by it. They said, it should be an honor to cook for your husband. Da, da, da. It's not an honor. It's not. Maybe if I had a family, maybe if I didn't have a job, it'd be an honor.
We're making progress.
Not right now. It's not an honor. This is nice. And a lot of people were saying, why can't your husband cook? Like, come in for him. And my husband works like 12-hour days, and it's like an hour and a half away, so he leaves at like 4:15 every morning, and he comes home around like 7. So that's not really feasible. Like, I'm supposed to be cooking it and I'm not. My husband called me today while at work, and he was like, oh, I want to go to the Mexican restaurant for dinner. And so I was like, okay. Speaking of dinner, I made a TikTok yesterday, and people are upset about it. Like, I have an anti-bullying filter on it right now. I have to filter every single comment that goes there to approve or delete it. When he asked me what's for dinner, it's not like he's asking me, like, what are you cooking? He's just asking, like, what are we eating? Because he's hungry, obviously. And so he goes and he looks at the TikTok and he sends me this. Hilarious. And like, he cooks when he's home, when he's not working, he cooks every single day because he's good at it, because he enjoys it, but he's good at it and his food is yummy. And I like was never taught to cook. My mom didn't cook. It was just not really a thing. And so I want to cook. I would like to know recipes and things, but it's just not me right now. I'll keep trying. I don't know. So yeah, I use Cascade dish pods for my laundry because my husband has like oil and chemicals on his clothes, so it gets them all out. I use just these regular pods from Sam's Club because...
All right, guys. Now, I'm going to stop it right there because that was all the information we needed to hear. You notice one thing she said? My mom didn't cook, and I said, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't right. And the reason why I said that is, it's happening. A lot of the mothers aren't cooking. They aren't seeing their mothers cooking. What do you hear about women overseas? What do they always say? Oh, I see my mother cook. I see my mother cook. I see my mother cook. Now, this is one thing I have to say, because I'm out here in the Philippines. And if anybody's ever watched Philippines Passport Bro videos from women talking, what do they always say? I grew up seeing my mother do it, right? Let me give you an example of what happens here. Women like to say, because she said, oh, I'm working, and if I wasn't working, all the women are saying, if I wasn't working. You know one thing that happens here? The women work full time. They come home, cook for their family. Why are they doing that? If you looked at the video I did yesterday with the Filipina, she said, we're nurturers.
So naturally, when we get married, that's what we do to our husband too. We take care of them, we nurture them, we respect them, we give them love, and we give them the love and respect that they wanted. And if you'd all would say that is mediocre, I'd rather be mediocre and be happy than being your, high maintenance life and not being satisfied and happy.
That's why a lot of times you find a Filipina doing a nurse job, right? They're nurturers. Naturally, they look to feed you. And that's something she didn't grow up seeing. They grew up seeing that. You go in a Filipino household, oh, eat something. They're always trying to put food on your plate. She didn't see that growing up. So hence, have woman ruining woman back home. And then if you're single, you have single woman keeping woman single. Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. And then this woman is a leader of that.
Is there a reason why I don't cook for my husband? Because I'm not being paid to cook for my husband. Is he the type you want? Yep, he had money and he paid bills and he did not require me to work. That was my type. I would want to cook for my husband if he's paying his part out of love. Well, that's so sweet. Well, I'm vegan. My husband is not vegan.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
Even before I was vegan, I had a very extensive palate and he didn't. So I don't want to cook the same old boring food every day. I mean, that's boring to me. I need, you know what I'm saying? I'm young. I'm not the same age as my husband. He didn't marry me to cook for him. And so that's not even an issue. There you go.
Sounds to me like I don't want to cook. I don't want to try, because if your palate is extensive, then you cooking for him, but give him an extensive palate, right?
I mean, that's nice that you want to do that. Mm-hmm. But after a while, your cooking is going to be expected.
You are lazy.
Become stressful to you. Become taken for granted. And you're just going to become a cook. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle.
You're evil.
This is the problem. This right here is disgusting, y'all.
Stop it. Get some help.
So she's sitting there twerking in front of this little boy. And it disturbed me because this little boy is sitting there staring deep into her buttocks like this. And I'm sitting there looking like that boy's going to be, she's traumatizing him, right? He's going to, and you know, people don't realize things, and this is a known thing. I think a lot of people know this, right? What a kid sees growing up, it kind of polishes him or moves him in the way he should go. You know, in church, they say, train a child up in the way you want them to go, right? Well, the reason why they say that, because if you raise a kid reading the Bible, the kid is going to want to read the Bible, right? If you to do that to them when they're young, a little baby, they're going to want to hear that. So if you grow up twerking in front of a kid, what are they going to want? He's going to be a little pervert and don't know why. He's going to be a womanizer and don't know why. He's going to want to be at the strip club all the time and want to see in front of his face and don't know why. That boy going to be active early because of this woman twerking in front of his face.
Arsenal. Because the more valuable you are, the more opportunities you will have. And you ain't valuable until you know how to do it. So learn how to do things. Learn how to listen. Learn how to do. Because I'm telling you, you could be a woman with 4 kids by 3 different men and struggling with your finances and trying to find your way and working on your credit and trying real hard, but life done knocked you down. But if you know how to listen, a man that got the remedy will take you right on up underneath his wing.
See, I get it, right? She's coming from a place of, but she's right somewhat. But, you know, she doesn't realize nowadays a lot of guys are saying,
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
guys aren't taking on women with all those kids when they have no kids. She doesn't realize most men have no kids. They're not going to take her up on that offer. You may find a married man with 5 kids that say, oh, who won't mind? So you still got a chance with them. I say this. I say that to say everyone has somewhat of a chance. I can't say it's no chance, but winter is definitely coming.
Winter is here.
And let whatever say whoever about you, because they can say what they want, but mine right here, the one that I got right here, she listen. What about yours, my guy? And he'll be looking at his homies like, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but her, she listen. She listen. She follow directions. She don't mind me controlling her. She understands that I can't protect what I can't control, so she lets me stay in control. I'm telling you, queens, don't let the internet get in your head and make you feel like you have no value. Just keep on harnessing your skills, learning new skills. Be good at it. Learn how to budget. Learn how to coupon. Be good at it. Learn how to cook. Learn how to organize. Be good at it. Learn how to listen. Learn how to learn how to suck a good.
Yeah. And is she right? Yeah. See, what she's saying is somewhat right. If a lot of women shut up, learn some things like the first woman, right? Cooked, worked on it, they can't get a man. As you've seen the first video, right? The woman was cooperative and she has a husband. She wants to cook for him. She grew up not seeing her mother do it. But still night and day, because men see now. They see what options they have on the table. Men are looking, and they're looking at this situation where, okay, you got 5 kids, and then looking at the first woman can't cook at all, and then they're looking at a woman like Sprinkle going. So guys are looking at all these things on their plate, and then now, what do they also see? They see the passport bros saying, "Look, you can go over here and get this.
This is the way.
No questions asked." That's why I broke it down. Women are doing this and working across seas. Think about that.
This is beyond pathetic. Passport bros, this is not a flex.
Oh, shit, we go again.
The fact that you could not land an American woman when there are 15 to 20 women per man in this country, and you still couldn't find a woman that wanted to deal with you because our standards are too high and we have boundaries and we have expectations and we actually hold you to the fire. So you have to leave the country, usually to an impoverished country, and find a woman, prey on a woman, who likely doesn't know her worth, possibly doesn't even speak English,
You've never traveled.
doesn't know the culture, and somehow thinks that you are great because you flash a few dollars in her face. Let me tell you, women in these foreign countries, these are the United States bottom feeders. Look at you. These are the men that no one wants. They are smug and disrespectful, and high-value women do not find them to be valuable. Be very careful dealing with these men, okay?
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
She doesn't realize what these women are saying. They're seeing you put down men, and then they meet these men and go, "Wait a minute, something ain't right." Because then they go, "Hold up, everything that they're saying, that's not what I'm seeing. Everything these women said, I see the opposite. So why are you saying all this stuff?" The bottom feeders are 60% men that have no kids, the ones that a lot of those guys are leaving, right? Why are you saying they're bottom feeders? Because they want cooperation. That's all men want. And men nowadays want a woman without children, without the headaches, like all the other stuff you see in the videos. Guys want to go and find that woman that will come home, will work and come home and don't mind cooking. But then he makes enough, or he situated himself. Maybe he's working online, doing something like that, to where the woman doesn't have to work, right? She doesn't have to worry about that guy standing over her back, breathing down her neck, right? That work husband. So yeah, as a pastor, bro, I think you need to keep the woman away from the work husband too. It's funny. I seen the video. I reacted to the video the other day, and I'm sitting there going, "Whew, that's exactly why I had to make sure my wife wasn't working." You think I want some man breathing down my neck, breathing down my lady's neck, like Usher in the Super Bowl to Alicia Keys?
See, it's rare you find people like us.
I don't want that. But they continuously say these men aren't nothing. No, these men aren't bottom standards. And I'm going to name, this is going to be the title. Modern American women are mad because passport bros have demand standards, not have standards. We demand standards. And that's the difference.
Don't you agree, Mr. Feather?
Word.
You need to learn something, because this is going on your resume. Think about what you're doing on a worldly scale. Thank y'all for watching. See you next video.
So he's coming.